Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
And seeing some significant snowfall here in Utah. Alana, what can we expect as we're heading into the weekend here?
We're going to quiet down on the snowfall front. That video coming from the Pacific Northwest with an atmospheric river. We had a quick cold front, but boy, did it deliver. Take a look at Ensign Peak. You see waves of moisture coming through. We had lake effect band. We had valley accumulation. Great shot from Hyde Park. Adam Bowman sharing this with us. They picked up half a foot in Hyde Park. As we look at the satellite radar, things quieting down and snow tapering off. But in the last several hours, we've watched as that lake effect impacted several parts of the Wasatch Front. Mountains quieting down, but they got hit really hard. Here's a look at the snow stake at Alta. This was just from this morning. They picked up tremendous snow. Thursday, we had a quick cold front. Friday, we doubled it up. 1-2 punch, and boy, did it deliver. 26 inches at Snowbird, 23 at Alta. When you combine that with Thursday's storm, Alta sitting at 28 inches for that storm cycle. 17 inches at Solitude. Look at Snow Basin, healthy. Canyons of Park City picked up over a foot. Big numbers in the high country. The Cottonwoods getting really high numbers, a foot at Brighton, Beaver Mountain up north. Powder Mountain picked up 10. Deer Valley did well. So we had that snow. Worth mentioning, last year was the most snow Utah has ever seen. We talk about that winter still, and here we are in 2023, and we're not trailing too far behind from what we saw. This is Alta's year-to-date seasonal snowfall. So at this point last year, we had 154 inches, and we add today's storm, we're pretty close. We're going to quiet down, though, for the next little while, but keeping pace. We'll see what happens. High temperatures today in the 30s, running below average. The cold air moving in, that northwesterly flow, unforgiving. 40s on the eastern side of the state, low 40s in Cedar City, 56 in St. George. That was the warm spot. And tonight they're going to see enhanced canyon winds in Washington County. Those gap winds will be a bit of an issue. Okay, while you look at the number on your phone and it tells you what the temperature is right now, it's not accounting for that northwest wind because the real feel in Salt Lake City is 24 degrees. It feels like teens in Logan, single digits in southwestern Wyoming. Feels like the 20s in Delta, over towards Vernal, and 15 degrees in Cedar City. So this cold front coming through, doing its job and cooling us down, but also bringing some wind. Futurecast shows us how those showers are going to dwindle, that lake effect band. See how the western Uintas hold on. But then as we get through the overnight and into the early morning hours, we're going to quiet down and dry out. A quieter pattern, but a very frigid overnight and a very cold Saturday on deck. That atmospheric river that we just showed you that video from Washington will continue to impact that portion of the country. But we've got an area of high pressure that's going to keep that moisture out of here. We maybe could see a few spotty showers along the fringe of that moisture, but we're going to dry out Saturday and Sunday. As we look at wind chill values for the overnight, they are just tough. We're talking teens as we get to 5 a.m. Sub-zero in Evanston, teens in the Basin, single digits in Hanksville. It's going to feel cold out there, and it really keeps that pattern. With our northwesterly flow for our Saturday, we will see cold temperatures running below average, but it will feel that way by the afternoon hours. It's going to feel below freezing for a bulk of the day, and it holds on through the evening. We start to rebound temperature-wise as we roll into our Sunday. Regional forecast shows you those numbers for tomorrow. Daytime highs in the 30s. Logan struggles to make it to freezing. They don't get there. We'll be just above that in Provo. As we look at our mountain valleys where we have fresh snow, we could see some patchy fog, but we'll only get into the 20s tomorrow in Park City, and freezing in Heber and Tooele that just picked up fresh snow coming through with that lake effect band. We get 30s throughout central Utah. Dry conditions. The sun will be out, but only upper 40s expected in St. George. Washington County typically is at 54 this time of year. We get back there by Sunday. Dry pattern for the next 7 days. Get a little more cloud cover, but St. George stays fairly quiet. They stay dry with this storm cycle. As we look at the Wasatch Front, maybe a lingering mountain shower for the early morning hours, but we're really going to dry things out. Unsettled pattern, though, which is a good thing. Here's why. Because you don't want high pressure to totally take control. That would allow for inversion conditions and haze to build. So hopefully, with a few weak disturbances, even though they're dry, that should help mixing in the valleys and help us out. Temperatures are going to feel like December. Upper 30s, low 40s. I will take that as long as we can stay away from the wind chill. Have you stepped outside tonight?
It's cold.
It is rude. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now. You step out there and you just think, how rude.
Okay.
The forecast for the big game tomorrow?
Yeah, cold.
Oh, okay. Just to put it simply.
Real simple, real concise. I'm not taking your time, Leslie. Go ahead. Cold.
Okay, thank you, Alana.